Hello, Christmas buddies. Welcome to week 2 of our Christmas drawing camp. How is everyone doing? I'm going to have some help today in the chat from a special assistant. Okay, in this workshop, we're going to be making a stocking like that. I thought that maybe the prompt, the odd stocking, is a good one to tackle. I don't know if you already thought about what you want to make for that one, but if you did, let me know in the chat. Okay. Let's see. I want to say a few things. So, in case you're just like coming across this video, there is a camp, a creative adventure, as I call it, that you can join. So if you go to this URL, you can join us. There are workshops, free workshops every week, and a couple of others that belong to the Santa Pass. But you can read all about it in the following that link. All right. I also wanted to say, let me see. I need to find this. It's 36 days until Christmas. 36 days. So yeah. Anyway, we've done the sunglasses. We've done our days until Christmas. Let's get started with our stocking. So many things happening. Okay, I'm gonna bring this in. Oh, okay. There we go. We have our little Santa hat. Okay, so for the goodies this week, you have a couple of things, a couple of brushes, brush stamps. We're going to start by making the background color this one over here. It's like an off-white. And create a new layer and then use the stocking cookie first. I'm gonna use this color for that one, I believe. Yes. So there's so many ways to go about this prompt, but I thought that first we could just make a stocking and then talk a bit more about what an odd stocking might be. So I put the size of this brush all the way up, and that would be the cookie. Now we have to work on, in a new layer, we're going to get the stocking. Not the longer stocking, but the regular stocking. And then we're going to make it pink. So I'm going to try to... Okay, that is too small. I believe it's going to have to be also all the way, like 100%, maybe a little less. Let's make it 70% and see what happens. So remember that we can't touch things too much in Procreate, otherwise it's gonna lose quality, but it's okay if we do something like that. We have to remember that this is supposed to be the royal icing for the stocking. So, okay. Now what I want to do is I'm going to start adding details. So in order to do that and not, draw anywhere else other than within that stocking, I'm going to turn this into alpha lock. And with my favorite brush, dry ink, I'm going to paint a few parts. So Let's do the top part first. And while I'm doing this, I want to know, because having stockings is not really a tradition in Argentina at all. We have other traditions that I'm sure I'll find the moment to talk about, but stockings is not one of them. But they're so cute, and I thought that maybe you could let me know in the chat or in the comments, depending on when you're watching this. Uh, uh, if you have, do you have your own stocking? Does it have your name? Do you have one since you were a kid? All those things I want to know. Okay, this one is just one that I envisioned. It's gonna have a few things inside. We're gonna add in a little bit. So I wanted to make this super simple, and I could have like also done this in a clipping mask, but for our purposes today, this is fine. Now we're going to create a new layer and make it a clipping mask because I want to add uh, green over here. Okay. And then I also want to know, I'm very curious today. I'm sure my assistant is helping me in the chat. What was I going to ask you? That is amazing. It just slipped my mind. That's great. It'll come back to me. Okay, so I know. What is a good thing, or what is a common thing for Santa to put in the stockings? I want to know. That's what I wanted to know. Okay, we're adding a few details with green. We're gonna do the same for this part too. We're always in the same layer. And next, what we can do is, because it's still like, you see, this is not going anywhere else because we're using a clipping mask for the stocking, not the cookie. So that's why it's staying within those shapes. I know that some of you are very aware of this by now, but I want to make sure I address some things just in case we have some new Christmas buddies. Okay, what I want to do with this is make cute, let's see, I don't know what you can call these, but, and that's kind of like a tough a tough contrast. I hope you can see that. In a moment, we're gonna actually add a few outlines. I don't use outlines in general, but there are exceptions. Okay, there we go. So let's do actually the same on this side. And then we're gonna add a few things with white. Today I also brought, we're gonna do the exact same thing, by the way. I also brought some pictures. So I've been talking a lot about Diker Heights, and I brought some pictures for inspiration. For this stocking, we didn't need inspiration, but maybe because we're gonna have a little extra time, I would like to make a couple more things, and so that always comes in handy. Besides, we have to keep getting into the mindset of Christmas. Okay, let's create a layer on top. Also make it a clipping mask. And now with white, we're going to add the rest of the details. So a few dots here, and then we're gonna go around this. Yes. So maybe I want to talk a little bit about the prompts because we need to, well, I'm sure, I know that some of you already started working on them, but for those of you that haven't, and remember, it's always okay to choose one or choose a few and combine them. You can see all of it in the schedules in the Christmas hub. You can choose your favorites. You can choose something once a week. I mean, these are not too many. They're only 12, but December and November are very busy months. So sometimes it's tough to get them all in. Okay. We have that little part. Let's add a few dots here. And then we're going to grab another brush stamp to add a holly leaf or leaves. We're going to do that in a new layer. Yes, with green. So we're going to put it, okay, that's a bit too big. Let's make it 40%. Maybe? Yes. We're going to make sure that this is like pointing that way. I think, let me see, I want to try something. I think this is the orientation that I want. Basically, the biggest leaf is pointing that way. Okay. But I don't want to touch it too much, but there we go. And now we're going to add a few details to it with this like darker pink. And of course we have to change the brush. I also want to know about other traditions that you have for Christmas. Let me know in the chat and in the comments. It's going to be interesting for me this year because I'm going to be going to Argentina. And of course, that's why I made, by the way, the open prompt. I made it Summer Christmas. I don't know if you read it, but it's because I'm going to be obviously over there in the south, and that means no more cold weather for me. I don't know if, I mean, obviously, like, I know that cold weather and Christmas go really well together, but I'm going to have a lot of cold weather or cold weather for a very long time in the Hudson Valley. So I'm not going to be missing out on anything. Okay, we have that main part. Let's add some stocking stuffers. We're going to actually do this. We're going to go to the bottom layer and create a layer on top so that we can have a little gift over here between the stocking and the stocking cookie, and then a candy cane. Do you like those? I don't know. This is a bit too dark for what I want. I want the lighter green. They seem like canes seem a bit too hard. And they're always like, I don't know if it's me or if it's because I never tried them as a kid. Um, Again, they weren't like a thing for me. So I don't have fond memories of them. You know, like sometimes when you like something from when you were a child, from your childhood, even if it's not that great, it has something like an added value because it's from your childhood. I don't have that with candy cane, so I it's always disappointing for me. It looks great, but it doesn't really taste like anything. Maybe it's the ones that I tried. I don't know. All right. So we have our little gift. Let's give it a bow. I'm going to create a new layer on top. And it's very simple. We also have to make sure, because this is white, we could just give it a different color. But we can also just erase a little bit there so that we can have sort of like an outline. It's not really an outline, it's an idea. It's suggested. I don't know how to say. I'm going to correct myself in the chat. Okay. We're going to do the bow. And it's a bit a bit to the side. It's offset. Let's fix that. And we are going to add a few details in pink. And more dots. Why not? I'm like, I don't remember what this is called, but this phobia of dots, it starts with like trifo something. I don't know. And I'm sure the people that have that don't like me because I love dots so much. I can't help it. I love adding them everywhere, as you know by now. Okay, and maybe like we're gonna add a couple of things over here. There we go. We have our little gift. What could be inside of this? With not white, with let's see, light gray. I'm also going to add a couple of lines like that. I'm not sure if you can see, to again give an idea of where the bow would have the, I want to say laces, but I don't know what I'm thinking. Okay, and finally, the candy cane that I don't like. We can actually keep this in the same layer. So with white, we're still like between the stocking and the cookie. So that's where I want to be. With white, I'm going to draw the candy cane. You see, like the cookie is going to help you kind of like understand where the lines, where the shape should go. We were talking about this the other day. Baking cookies for Christmas and using royal icing. This is basically what we want to be doing here. We want to be thinking that this, what I'm doing now, is the royal icing, decorating our cookies. Okay. So now we're going to take advantage of this and make it into activate the alpha lock by doing swiping right with 2 fingers. And then from our color palette, we're going to take advantage of this area and start making the little stripes so that, we can have that be kind of separate. The other day, Leslie gave her snowman a candy cane, which was really, really cute. I loved that guy, his expression. I love him. He looks so happy. And also Mika, she made one with a really cool background and the little arms like that. He looks like he's celebrating, and Leslie's one looks like he's very fancy with a top hat, ready to go into that snow-kissed town. Okay, we have our stocking. So what do we want to do now? Let me show you actually what I wanted to show you. I brought something. Speaking of prompts, let me add this to the stage. Not that. There we go. That is also like it's a crooked picture, like the stocking, the odd stocking can be crooked. Okay. So let's actually go to the second one, because that is bothering me that it's crooked. I'm not sure what happened there. This is Diker Heights. I keep talking about this. We have the prompt Diker Heights Treasures. It's called like Diker Heights is the neighborhood, but their Christmas, I don't know what to call it. It's not an event. It's sort of like a tradition that they just decorate their houses so much every year for Christmas. I'm not sure when they start. It must be sometime in probably late November. Speaking of that, when do you start decorating your house? Because I know that in the US we have Thanksgiving, so a lot of people don't do it until then, or they do it right after. With my husband's family, we have a tradition that we go to get a tree right after Thanksgiving or that weekend. And it's really cool to see. I tend to just watch. I love decorating, but my sister-in-law does it so well. And she decorates the whole house, my mother-in-law's house. And I just love watching because it's really cool. I mean, I help sometimes with the decorations in the front yard. But when someone knows how everything, like where everything goes and how everything was supposed to be, or they've been doing it for years. So I just I love just taking it in and getting inspired and watching. Anyway, Christmas, Diker Heights Christmas lights is this tradition. I put myself there because I want to mention something while I show you these pictures. Of course, I want to, by the way, I want to show you all these things so that you can get inspired for your prompt and so we can keep getting into the Christmas mood. I think that these houses are they go all out, but I think they're really cool for a lot of us love making illustrations of houses, and pay attention to the the front door, like everything that they have is really cool, like the signs. I wanted to show you these things, and I always want to show you these pictures that I have collected throughout the years, because I've said this a couple of times. We don't know anymore what's real. We're not sure. And so I want to basically do this. This is one of my promises. I wanted to bring it up, and I always take pictures. That's something that my mom taught me. She would always say, take a picture when you go there. Take a lot of pictures so that you can have it. I want to see it, but also you can have it for the future. And I love that. I have tons of pictures thanks to her. And they're real. I can promise you. I mean, of course, like, you can trust me or not. I hope that by now I have made it clear that I love human art and real pictures and real inspiration and old books and all the things that I've been showing you. Um, the other the other day, something came up as a joke about AI, and I just wanted to bring that back up, because I want you to know that this is my promise to you. I want to show you real pictures to get inspired. This is like my one of my goals of having an art community, a creative community, and this is like my little part that I can give you, because it's hard for me to find real things. I take a lot of time to make it, you prepare this for you so that you can have it, and whoever is watching, there, that's me. And I think it's really cool. That's why I always like encourage you to post things in the community space, because I also want to consume real pictures. I want to get inspired by them. I don't like getting inspired by things that some machine put together by remixing other things. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking about that. But I just wanted to bring it up because there's a reason why I like showing you all these things. Okay. I hope I didn't go too fast. I have tons of them. I swear. I was like trying to select them. I had like, I'm not even kidding, I had like 200 pictures. It was impossible to show you. Thankfully, we have many workshops. But anyway, you see like many decorations and many treasures hidden in Diger Heights. Okay. Well, I hope that you got inspired by it. I'm sorry about my rambling. I promise I'm not gonna talk about it too much. I just it came up, so I wanted to just address it. Okay. Just wanted to go over some of them again. Okay. They're going to be in the community space anyway. I hope you enjoy them. All right. So let's see. What I want to do, I don't know why I'm moving that. It was in an odd spot for me. What I want to do next is we already have our stocking. So let's think about the prompt odd stocking. I'm going to go to a new canvas, and with the brush, where is it? Longer stocking, we're going to create something cool. We have a little bit of time. So you can use whatever background color you want. I'm going to go with that one again. And by the way, where do you put your stockings? 'Cause I have it like, I have it over there. We can create, there's so many ways to create stockings. So we're going to have a little bit of fun now. But where do you put them? Do you like put them by the fireplace, or do you put them anywhere around the house? I want to know. I want to know everything about stockings. Okay. So we have this brush, so that's very useful. In order to make an odd stocking, I thought that we can either make it. It can be like an old stocking. It can be a crooked one. It can be one that's upside down. One that's like backwards, or not like looking the same way as the others. There could be something in it. That's one of the things that I want to do. Okay, so let's make 4 so that we have a few to compare. If we do this, let me see. No, I thought that it would actually make a line. Anyway, we're going to make 4. Maybe that's a bit too big. Let's make it 30 something %. There we go. So we can have all 4 there. We're not going to pay too much attention now to the background, but let's work on the stockings. So let me see. Maybe I want one of them to be green. I don't know why. So in order to make it faster, I'm going to use a selection tool, select one of them, and hit fill layer. Now, this has to be in alpha lock so that will happen. If it weren't, I'm going to take advantage of this moment to like explain this. Let's say it weren't, and I hit fill layer. That is going to happen. So the color is going to go everywhere that's selected. If I have it in alpha lock, the color will only go to the shape within the area that's selected. The shape, whatever I drew, that's where the color is going to go. Okay. The next thing, I guess we can make that one the odd one. So let's keep the alpha lock on, and we're going to add the top part. We need to have the top part. And another thing that we can do, mine over there, I don't know why this is so hard for me. That one has little snowflakes. So I could make snowflakes maybe in the rest of them. And I want this green one to be special. So maybe it's going to have a few lines. So I'm going to add just very, very super simple snowflakes. We're going to have a workshop about snowflakes. So we're not going to pay too much attention to that right now. Okay. So we have, I want to get to the odd one, so I'm just going to do this very fast. There are also so many ways of making a snowflake. Okay. That is like super simple. So for this one, I would like to maybe use the darker green, and I'm going to make diagonal lines. Let's see if actually this can look as fancy as I want it. So we're gonna do that first, and then in the intersections we're going to add little dots. But before we do that, I'm going to create a new layer because I want this. Go figure, little dots. No, but I think this can look kind of fancy. And maybe the stockings can have, because I'm not going to be able to come up with names, maybe I can use the reindeer names. I wonder if any of you are going to use I hope you're going to use the reindeer for one of the prompts. There's the North Pole bound one. That one can also be a train, a cool train. Or it can be something else that I have not thought of that I would love for you to surprise me with. It's like I always love your twists. Okay. Well, I actually like that. I like that odd stocking. It's like it's an odd stocking in a really cool way. So in a new layer, we're going to add, again, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I could work on the lettering side of it later on, but for this part, for this workshop, I would like to just get the idea, start with the idea, and then develop it later. So I need to I know a couple of names, but I need to see the others. I mean, not that I need too many, it's just like 4. So we have Rudolph, we have Prancer. I want to see if I remember. Vixen and Comet. Those are the ones that I remember. So I'm going to check that I'm correct. Oh, I really like Dasher too. Anyway, I already said them. So let's make the odd one Rudolph. I think I'm in a new... No, I want to be in a new layer. Not that it matters too much because it's not going to overlap. Rudolph. Then we have... I'm going to forget about them. Vixen. Is that how you spell it? Yes. Comet. And Prancer? I think that's what I said. You see, if we have them in a new layer, then we can just... I don't like that. It's kind of like when... I don't know if this happened to you. It probably doesn't happen anymore. But when I was in school, primary school, we say, I know you have like different levels or whatever, but we would make signs or something like for a presentation or some like special event for school, for the whole school. And so for Christmas it happened a lot actually. And so or it was like, oh my god, I'm gonna go down this rabbit hole, but we have a different schedule because of course, like, the summer is not does not happen at the same time. So it's really exciting, and this is another reason why I love December. School ends for us in the beginning of December. I don't know if that's true anymore, but when I went to school, that's what happened. And so the last few class days were you did nothing, like, basically. um, and you just went to hang out with your friends. Anyway, one of these like signs that we would make. Okay. You would always like start writing, because of course back then I didn't have my graphic design techniques. Apparently I don't have them here anymore, um or either. But basically you would start writing, you would make big letters, and then it wouldn't fit in the sign. That's where I was going with all of this. Okay, we have our stockings. Now I want to do something like a tiny little detail, because we have a few more minutes. I'm going to add an animation again. Of course, it's going to be in the odd one. So, because we haven't used that many layers, I'm just going to stay in this canvas. So what I want to do is I want to have something coming out of the stocking. Let's see if you can guess what it's going to be. Okay, I'm going to remember that we have to, and we're going to do this a few times coming up, but we have to have things in the same group. Basically, every shape that belongs in the illustration has to be in a group or in a layer, so that for the animation part, it counts as one frame. I'm going to go up here to actions. Then I'm going to go to canvas. I hope that you can see that. It's a bit blurry. Let me see if I can move it for a moment so you can see better. Okay. Animation assist. And actually that's it. That's all I needed to click for that. So down here, we're going to have what we need to pay attention to. Again, I hope you see it, but if you don't, this says settings, that says add frame, and this says play. That's what you should have in your Procreate, unless something changed that I don't know. But it's not too much. We're not going to pay attention to add frame. We just need settings and play. So for now, as you can see, we have one frame. If we had the layers let's say outside of that group, you see that added a frame. That's why I'm telling you it's important to have everything within the same group. Okay, so I want the first frame to have nothing as it is. The second frame, for the second frame, we're going to have to duplicate all of this. So for now, it's the same, but we're going to go inside the group. We're going to stand on that top layer, and we're going to add a new layer so that we make sure it's in the group. Now I'm going to use black. I'm going to go over here, and I hope you guessed it. If you did, I may be able to highlight it. So I'm going to do this. Actually, I don't want it to be on the top. I want it to be on the very bottom, still in that group. And I don't like what it does. This is called onion skin. Maybe some of you are aware. I don't like it. So, and I don't need it. I'm actually not sure how to get rid of it. Well, it's going to stay there, I guess. I could just actually, you know what? For a moment, I'm just going to get rid of the animation assist because I want to show you how to do it, and then we can, it's not going to matter. Just trust me in the process. If you want to have it on, you can have it. It bothers me to see the onion skin. So let's back up. This is not in the group, you see. That should be in the group. Okay. So we have the first group with nothing. Remember, the second group, we have this little thing on the very bottom layer. We're going to add another one over here. I wonder what that is. Okay. Now we're going to duplicate this group. We're going to go to that layer. We're going to use the selection tool and pull it up. And I'm going to draw a little head. Now, by now, if you didn't guess it, I'm going to be concerned. Okay, we're gonna duplicate this again. We're gonna go to that bottom layer and bring it all the way up. And we're going to paint what is the cat's head. Actually, maybe the ears can change a little bit because they ended up being too small. Okay. You can play around with the shape of the cat's head. Now, I want it to be looking away because I'm going to add a final twist and make it turn around. So I think that that's good. It doesn't need to come any farther up. It's looking kind of weird because I feel like it's fine. Yeah, it's looking okay. Okay. You see, like when we have the animation, it's gonna look like that for that frame. So we have a little bit of a problem here. Let's actually fill it in. Okay, there we go. And that group doesn't matter because it's not, that looks okay, that looks okay. Okay. It helps me to hide it. This is why onion skin helps. But for when I want to show you, it's really, this is super simple. I don't want us to look at things that are confusing. Okay, I'm gonna duplicate this last group, hide that for a moment, and we need to make him turn around. So what I'm gonna do is erase this ear. His head is looking weird. I'm gonna give him, like, let's think that he's like looking that way to the left. The head can look a bit different. Okay. That is looking so, why is it looking so weird? I need to use the brush stamp from the Halloween challenge. I don't like its profile. I really don't. Well, we're gonna go with it. Maybe something like that. And of course, now we can see his profile, so we have to add eyes. I always say this for the for whenever I make a black cat, the eyes look a bit weird because I need to make it like that first, and so it looks a bit crazy. But we always add the sparkle to make it cute. And now the craziness is gone. Kind of. This is an odd cat, so it's okay. He can be a bit crazy. Apparently, he's called Rudolph. We're going to add a little nose, whiskers. And you can't really see the others, but it's okay. This is like a really simple animation. And maybe like a little detail for the ear. Okay, we only need that for the profile side. The profile side. Now I want him to actually turn around all the way. So for that, I'm going to use the previous group. I'm going to hide this for a moment. I'm going to use this group. So I'm going to duplicate it and bring it all the way up. Now we have that again. I'm going to go to, yes. I'm going to go to that layer with a cat, and I'm going to draw the eyes. They're going to look so scary for a moment. Okay. We're almost done. This is like, it used to be one of my most dreaded parts about, I'm exaggerating a little bit, about drawing a cat, a black cat. But it became a sort of fun time. Okay, we have the nose. It's still looking a bit weird. Maybe we can change. This always happens. It's amazing. We can change his expression a little bit by adding. The other day I forgot to do this. I forgot to add little eyebrows to my snow lady. Okay, it's not terrible. Okay, so we have him. It's a bit small, so I'm gonna go over here so that I can show you the animation. I believe we have enough frames. So now I'm gonna go to Animation Assist. And I'm gonna go to Settings. And let's try with Loop. If not, we can play around with the other settings. We're gonna actually bring it down we're gonna bring this down to maybe 3 frames per second. And that should be it. Now let's hit play and see what happens. Okay. Oh. Flori, you hit all your layers. What do you think is going to happen? Okay. I love this suspense for nothing. That was amazing. Okay, let's hit play. Maybe it does need to be a ping pong setting. Let's see. A bit too slow. Maybe let's do 4. Okay. It's a bit strange, but it's fine. It's kind of like, here I am. Where do you think I was? I'm hiding right here. I made the others 2. Maybe we can make, we would make 2 or 3. Maybe 2 would be better. But then it wouldn't be the odd stocking. Maybe you need 3 bigger ones. And then you can have this little guy. He's like a bit sassy. Hello. Okay. Anyway, that was fun. I hope you liked it. I hope you learned a bit more about animation. Animation is always like a cool little twist that you can add to your illustrations, and it doesn't take too long in Procreate. I think it's fun, even if it's just for the fun of it, to like spend a little extra time um, on your own. I don't know. You can find a few things that you like. We're gonna see more. Obviously, we're gonna keep experimenting with this. So I hope you liked it. I'm gonna share this again in case anyone wants to join us for the next workshops. You can go to that URL. It's also in the description as a link. You can visit. You can join us, and we're going to be here every week. So I hope that we have really cool creative prompts. I think it's going to be fun. And there are going to be rewards. I'm not going to have giveaways this time, but I'm going to have rewards. You know me. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to my assistant in the chat. I'm sure you had a lot of fun. This must be a really dystopian experience for you. I love doing this. Okay. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much.